Okay, so last lesson we solved one-step equations by addition and subtraction. Today we're going to do multiplication and division. So those are our two objectives. First we'll do solving by division, and then we'll do solving by multiplication. Okay, so when we have 3x equals 9, 3x means 3 times x. It means we need to find the product of 3 and x. So to undo multiplication, to get rid of that 3 in front of the x, we have to do the opposite, which is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so we'll be left with 1x. That's why that works. We're getting rid of the 3 now. It becomes a 1. So I can just write plain old x equals 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay, the next one, again, I have multiplication. Negative 2 times x equals 8. Mackenzie, what should I do to get rid of that negative 2?
Divide by 2.
Divide it by, we actually want to divide by negative 2. So if there's a negative sign, we want to include that negative sign. Always show division using a bar. Do not use division signs when you're doing algebra. You always use the bar. So we end up with x equals, Mackenzie, what is 8 divided by negative 2?
Negative 4.
Good, negative 4. Okay, and the next one, Ben, we have negative 5x equals negative 25. What are we going to do?
Divide by negative 5.
Good. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 5. And we get x equals what?
Negative 5.
No, when we divide
X equals 5.
5. When we take a negative divided by a negative, it's always going to be positive. So x equals 5. Okay, 3 problems for you to try. I'll just give you probably less than a minute to get these done. So we're going to pause. Okay, Sammy, come up and do the first one. Hannah, you're going to be next. And Caitlin, you're going to do the third. Okay, nice job. Very nicely done. Hannah, next one. Okay, very nicely done. And Caitlin, last one. So both examples so far, they put their division bars in the right place and remembered all those negative rules as well. Okay, very nice. Thank you. Any questions about those 3 problems?
Nope.
Okay, let's go on to the next slide, solving equations by multiplication. Okay, my fraction bars don't come out really nice on here. So let me fix them there. All right, so we have x over 3 equals 14. This means x divided by 3 equals 14. So to get rid of division, we need to do multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. I'm going to do that by using a dot to show multiplication. So times 3 times 3. That means that the 3's are going to cross out. It's just like cross simplifying where they turn into 1s. So I get x equals 14 times 3 is 42. Okay, next one. Addison, what am I going to do? Good. Multiply by negative 5. Make sure if that number underneath is negative, that you multiply by a negative. So I end up with x equals what, Addison? Good. Positive 15. Okay, and the next example. Kaylin, what am I going to do?
You're going to have to put 14 up top by the x.
And when I put it up there, what am I doing to it? With the 14? Am I adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing by 14?
Divide. Yeah.
Now, what's the opposite of division?
Oh, multiplication.
Multiplication. This means division. I need to do the opposite, so I'm going to multiply by 14. So x equals what, Halen?
Negative.
Good. Negative
28.
Good. Negative 28. Whoops, that came out kind of weird. Okay, 3 examples for you to try. So I'm going to pause the video. Okay, there you go. Do number 1. When you do your times 12, make sure you write it up on top because it's actually the top part of a fraction, not the bottom part. So go ahead and click this back button. That's an important thing. You gotta click it a couple times. One more. There you go. There you go. That's an important thing to make sure you do is to write that 12 on top. Otherwise, it doesn't technically cross off if it's the bottom of the fraction. Okay, my next person, come on up. All right, nice job.
Oh, nice circle.
Hey, nice. Come on up, Caleb.
Trying to think of how I did it.
You want to do the same thing they did with your dot. To show multiplication. Multiplying back. Wait, show it on the other side. So if you multiply by 7 over here, you have to do it over here also.
Anybody else want to do that? Not true.
Hey, thank you.
That's though.
Okay, to end our class for today, I have a 4-problem exit ticket for you to do. This is the kind of exit ticket where I'm going to come around and check, and then once I check it, I will give you your worksheet. You should have enough time to get your homework done before you leave class today.